should be any union corporation. If we are paying tax dollars towards you, I need to know that you are doing the job and doing it correctly.
Right. But let me continue to tell you. So the STI testing and treatment down 15% since 2019. Client numbers down overall 34% since 2006.
Nobody has insurance. I don't have insurance.
Okay, you should definitely have insurance. You should not be walking around
saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that your point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
Okay, so if you guys don't know what's happening in this video, the lady was assaulted. I'm not gonna show it yet because it's too early. But they were getting into a debate about, I think, maybe child rights or maybe abortion, something along those lines. I see these debates a lot, especially in the conservative world. I'm not going to show you. It's going to get crazy. But anyways, let's get into it.
You have a channel?
Yeah, we're doing some interviews today.
I love your skin tone too.
Thank you. Such a good vibe.
Of course.
Well, awesome. So we're asking people's opinion today on Planned Parenthood. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what they provide?
Yes. Abortions.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Safe abortions.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know any other services that they provide?
I know, like, to teens, if you're under 18, you could get like birth control, condoms, counseling. They offer a lot of, beneficial things that the youth really should use right now.
Okay. So you have a pretty positive view of Planned Parenthood.
I mean, majority. I don't know. Is this like a yes or no? Am I wrong?
It's your opinion.
But yeah, that is definitely my opinion. I feel like, especially as teens, people get caught up in things that they really don't want to commit to for their entire lives. So if you get caught up with the wrong guy, you think you're in love, and then now you.
So this is definitely one of those Planned Parenthood debates, and I've seen a lot of these on YouTube so far. I try to not really get too deep into it because I don't think this issue will get resolved. And the reason I say that is because there is a fundamental difference in people who support Planned Parenthood and people who don't support it. The fundamental difference is the definition of life, meaning they have a fundamental different, ideology on when life begins. And I don't really see that getting resolved anytime soon on when life actually begins. Some people believe it begins at birth or before birth or at a time between conception and birth. Some people believe it begins as soon as you realize you're pregnant. So because of that, I don't see this issue getting resolved, and the debates about it, they really don't go too far. But let's continue.
Not stuck, but you're stuck with a baby for the rest of this time, literally the rest of their lives and your life, if you're that kind of mother, because some women just don't have it in them and they abandon them and abuse them and all kind of shit. And it's like, girl, just get rid of it if you know you're going to do that.
Get rid of them. Why not just give them to another family? That's good.
No, but exactly, even that. And that's another option that Planned Parenthood offers. So it's like, if you know that you are not the being who can provide for this child, then there are alternative options out there for you. So I definitely understand why people do abort children. Don't have babies that you don't want. Don't have babies that men are telling you in front of your face that they do not want. I wish them would stop doing that. Like it's like a plan to.
Why don't they just stop having sex with people they don't want to have a child with?
That too. To me, it's always pro-choice, your body, your life, because that baby is gonna be a baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, and you're gonna have that baby
person.
So yeah.
Well, do you know that Planned Parenthood gets nearly $700 million of our taxpayer money every year?
$700 million? I mean, honestly, I can't go against Planned Parenthood. I just can't. $700 million for how many single mothers?
Of our money. But they're not giving it to single mothers, though. Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to just, single out where it is that our tax dollars go, then the police, respectfully.
So it's really interesting because since 2010, prenatal care has been down for 80% since 2010 at Planned Parenthood. Adoption referrals. So this is why this is research straight from their yearly report of 2022 to 2023, I believe it is. And so they're a 501c3. They have to tell us what they do every single year. So this is straight.
Which should be any union corporation. If
Right,
we are
but-
paying tax dollars towards you, I need to know that you are doing the job and doing it correctly.
Right.
That's
But let me
just
continue to tell you. So the STI testing and treatment down 15% since 2019. Client numbers down overall 34% since 2006.
Nobody has insurance. I don't
yeah.
have insurance.
Donors.
Okay, you should definitely have insurance. You should not be walking around with no insurance. I will admit, though, I think I got kicked off my parents' dental insurance. So that's something. I had to pay a lot of money when I got a checkup. It was like $300 for a checkup or something crazy. So technically, I don't think I have dental insurance. But nonetheless, you should have insurance for the most part. And I want you guys to really realize what they're talking about. When they were talking about Planned Parenthood specifically, the woman on the left with the hoodie, the brown hoodie that she's interviewing, says something that I think a lot of people probably miss. She said that women should have the ability, or she implied women should have the ability to not have kids with people they don't want to have kids with. And that's one of the reasons she justifies Planned Parenthood, aka abortion, so on and so forth. But the woman on the right with the blue dress on, she said, okay, you cannot have sex with the children. I mean, you can choose not to have sex with people you don't want to have a child with. And this is what I mean by there's fundamental differences in how people view abortion and how they view Planned Parenthood. The woman on the left, it seems as though she views it as a way to, make up for or not have a kid with someone that you don't want to have a kid with. And the woman on the right says, no, you shouldn't be having sex with people that you don't want to have kids with. And when there's that level of difference in how you view pregnancy, it's going to be really hard to come to a single conclusion about it. But let's continue.
Down 21%. Contraceptives down 44%. Breast screenings, manual breast exams down over 80%. And you mentioned adoption. They commit 228 abortions for every one adoption referral. So why are they getting so much more money yet all of their services are going down?
The services are going down because people are afraid. Women.
What are they afraid of?
Women don't know. They don't know what they're exposing their bodies to. A lot of people, especially behind abortion, there's a stigma.
But their abortions are going up. So they used to have this slogan where they said safe, legal, and rare. That's what we want. Safe, legal, and rare abortions, until it was exposed that a lot of these facilities were requiring abortion quotas. So the more abortions each facility did, the more praise that they would get. They would get awards. And so it's really interesting. That doesn't really make it seem like they want safe, legal, and rare abortions.
How many people can you think, or are you going to assume, will literally abandon their children with no repercussions from the state?
No, it's called safe haven baby boxes. We're at a fire station or hospital. You can leave your baby and the mother doesn't have to do anything with it. But that's better than killing her baby through abortion, right?
No, ma'am.
It's not better to give your baby up to a family who wants them instead of killing them?
No, ma'am. I've seen so many stories and countless, literally, countless stories.
What happens in an abortion?
They literally suck the life out of you. They're going to take the whole baby out. And as they should, because I shouldn't be a taxpayer paying child support and food stamps and WIC for
you
women
should be a
who never
taxpayer
wanted the
paying
baby.
for abortions?
Exactly. But as for a woman who didn't want the baby in the first place, that doesn't make sense to me. Don't ever sit here and lock yourself down with a man who already told you he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't.
I agree with you.
I'm not disagreeing with you either. I understand.
You don't get to kill the baby just because their dad didn't want them.
You can.
Should we kill the kids in foster care? And
Why not? Why not? If that's the case,
we should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted.
Who's going to take care of them? I need to know the percentage of people who take children from foster care and abuse them and molest them, who make...
Nah, she's tripping. She's tripping. She is tripping. This woman is evil. I'm not gonna lie. That was a very evil thing to say. Kill the children in foster care? Who raised you? And you know the only difference between you and the children who are in foster care or who grew up in foster care is your parents, something that you can't even control. In my life, I had 2 parents in my household. Growing up, I had 2 parents. I have 3 siblings. It was 4 of us. I'm the middle child, the third child. The only reason I wasn't in foster care is because my parents just decided not to put me there. That's the only difference between you and them. So for you to say they should be murdered or they should get rid of them, that was an extremely evil thing to say. And that is crazy. And I always try to be as objective as possible. Always try to, make sense of both sides. But come on, bro. That was evil. That was demonic. Jesus Christ. Where are these people getting raised at? Why would you say something like that? You are a demon.
Some like personal slaves.
You should just kill them.
Statistics before you come to me talking about pro-life.
You should kill the victims of molestation.
I think. What does this have to do with molestation?
You just mentioned people molesting children. We should kill the kids in foster care is what you said.
What I'm saying is in general, overall. If I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to.
Just don't have sex then. Just don't have sex.
That's not even logical.
It is.
Who are you, Nancy?
I sound dumb. You sound dumb as. Okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore, and it's like as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that your point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What's wrong with you? You have a.
Oh my god.
Hey! What the f did you do? She attacked my wife.
Your wife just attacked me.
Why
you following me? Why you following me?
I'm gonna get arrested. Don't worry.
She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face. Oh my god.
So, here's what I'll say about this. The woman, I love the fact that I sat down and watched this video straight through, because there are people online who are actually on the girl's side saying that you shouldn't be spreading hateful rhetoric and not be prepared to defend yourself. So I decided to sit down and watch the video straight through, because I like to really get the full ends of the story. The first thing I'll say is this: these type of debates, when it comes to Planned Parenthood, so on and so forth, these debates are always extremely controversial, because the people who support, let's say, abortion, and the people who don't support it have an extremely different fundamental level of understanding when it comes to abortion. It's extremely different. This is why I tend not to do these type of videos, because the difference in how people who support it and don't support it think is just so vast. And also religion plays into that as well. Second thing is, forget the debate. The woman who hit her obviously wasn't really there. If you noticed in the video, I paused it at the moment she said the children in foster care, we should get rid of them too. That's what she said. That was an evil thing to say. At that moment, you should have known there's something wrong with this woman. There's something off about this woman. That's when you should have known. And I understand the girl who got hit has probably never been in a situation like that, but I'm sure if you're watching this and you grew up around like a very erratic people, you knew it was something off with this woman when she said something that evil. I knew it. We all knew it. And I'm just happy that it didn't escalate even further. But it was something off with that woman. There's something off with people like that. And she was losing the debate. And what she did was decide to put her hands on her, because that was the only way she knew to regain her power back, since she was losing the discussion. She didn't know any facts about it. She felt like she was getting embarrassed. She felt like she was getting outsmarted. So what she decided to do was say, forget this debate. I'm going to punch you in the face. It's a sad situation. It's a sad situation. she's not really the smartest. She posted this online. They're probably going to find her, press charges, so on and so forth. But let me know what you guys think about this video. My name is LFR Jojo, and I'll see you on the next one.